Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 50th episode of the Lucky Top Sports. Today, we're here with myself, Andrew, Josh, and Naveen. Hello, guys.
What's
So,
up,
before
guys?
we kick
Up,
off,
Andy.
I want to shamelessly plug a little advertising, but for free. And it's to show you guys a book that our dear friend Gary, who have came on the podcast episode, last year's Australian Open, tennis writer. So this is a book about the Alcaraz and Sinner rivalry, which is you know perfect timing because he started writing about it probably sometime mid last year. As the clash continues to heat up, and then as you guys know, this year they met in the Grand Slam finals back to back to back since French Open, Wimbledon, and now U.S. Open. So it's hitting the bookstores. A changeover. Please go check it out. All right. I'll pass it off to you, Josh, to talk about Tennessee game. Let's start with that.
Man, that was quick, you know. Straight from Gary's book, and shout out to Gary, man. I appreciate you coming on the show in the past and giving us some good insights in the tennis world. But man, I don't know if I've really processed the game against Georgia this past Saturday. I mean, you look at it in one lens where Tennessee looked dominant, for a better part of the game, uh, with the exception of like that weird, drought in the third quarter. You know, jumped out to an early 21-7 lead. It looked like Tennessee was about to just boat race Georgia out of the building, but you know, the start early bug and let off the gas, near the end of the game, just kind of creep back up and bit us. And we've started strong against Georgia the last 4 or 5 years, and somehow found a way to just blow it in the end. And I feel like there's so many positives that just get overshadowed by the lack of being able to just close this game out. We had probably 7 or 8 opportunities that had they just went not even our way, but just the right way in the sense of how football should go, uh, we win that football game. And I think that's the biggest frustration as a Tennessee fan, that we let one that we just had, uh, dead to rights just slip away. And I think it might come back to haunt us down the road this season, where I hope that 5 yards on the false start and like the 10 yards wide right doesn't come back to bite us. When we're scratching and clawing, trying to find our way into the playoff. Again, Joey Aguilar, I think, had a great performance. Our offense looked explosive, like it was 2022 all over again. I'd argue even a little bit better. Our defense, I mean, what can you say? I mean, we were down, our first team All American, Jermod McCoy, on the back end there in the secondary, and you had Ty Redmond just doing his best. You're starting a true freshman there, putting him in a lot of bad spots. I think our defensive play calling by Tim Banks put our freshmen on islands and put them in bad situations, especially there, on that fourth down play, 4th and 6. Stockton drops an absolute dot there in the end zone for a touchdown. You had no safety help over the top. Um, you 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 don't drop 8. I think if you drop 8 there, you win the football game. And I think it's easy to kind of nitpick and kind of you know Monday Monday morning quarterback, or I guess this is Wednesday night quarterback. I guess on the defensive end, I guess it'd be linebacker, but you get what I'm saying. It's easy to kind of look at it, um, on this side of everything, kind of 2020 vision. But I just didn't like the way that we put inexperienced players in a position to have to make big time plays that I don't think they were ready for. But that's kind of the nature of the beast right now. When we're down those many players due to injury or whatnot, on the defensive side of the football. It's next man up, and you have to be ready to play at an elite level in this league. And Tennessee showed a lot of flashes, uh, but still, it just wasn't enough. But I think it shows also that the gap used to be like this between us and Georgia, and we're shrinking that gap. And I think it's a coin toss at this point. I think Tennessee did, a pretty good job. Again, 7 or 8 things that just should go the way that, 9 out of 10 times they go during the course of a football game. If those things go according to that, we win the football game. But somehow we snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah. Let me add my thoughts in there. 2 particular nitpick things I want to bring up. Josh said it's easy to nitpick, so I'm going to do it. It was 35-30 in the fourth quarter, and we ran 3 runs in a row for 2 yards each.
You got to step on their throat there. You got to step on their throat.
That's what I called the tale of 2 Joshes, and not you, Josh.
No,
There's
Big Josh.
There's
Josh
timid
Heupel.
Josh Heupel and Big Balls Josh Heupel. You saw Big Balls in first quarter. Timid came in third quarter and fourth quarter. He was like, "Oh shit, I'm up on Georgia, guys. What the fuck, guys? I've never been up on Georgia. Oh my god, what do I do?" So what does he do? 3 runs in a row.
Shits himself. Yeah.
Well, I
Then
call
again-
that the Butch Jones special. You're playing not to lose conservatively instead of going for it. And when you play an opponent like Georgia, you have to seize those opportunities, right? To put it to bed, you have to go aggressive. You can't just all of a sudden try to play conservative, and because it's just like the margins at this level, when you're playing the opponent with much better depth, much better talent level, much better coaching, it's gonna come back and bite us. So 100% agree with you there.
Yeah, and my second point comes around the field goal after the false start, right? Still third down, and still 1 timeout. Even if you do not advance the ball, you can move it, right? You can laterally move it to the center or wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
That kid looked so scared when it was all the way on the right.
Max looks like the guy just looks scared anyway. You add all that pressure.
But you know what? Props to him for not completely chickening out. He did hit the OT.
The one in OT. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the
same
spot. It was the same exact spot.
It was the same exact spot, but like all the chaos didn't happen before. And I think that's got that must be so tilting for the kicker. Like I've never even thought about it like that. It's like, oh shit, like I got this 4th and 2. All right, I know what to do. Boom, 4th and 7, different angle, different fucking visual points of reference. It's got to be a disaster. And you're processing that in 20 seconds. So like, I get it. Like, obviously, we all wanted to see the kick go in and end the game and fucking cut down the goalpost. That's what I was looking for. But didn't happen. What Josh said is correct. The gap is thinning between our 2 teams. One thing I have to say was the fucking Gunner Stockton throw was sick. Like, you couldn't even do that in Madden, bro. Or you couldn't do that in NCAA if you wanted to. So, like, I hear what you're saying about the coverage, but I have a feeling like it wouldn't have mattered. Like, it would have been a fucking
because even if you're dropping 8 or you have safety help over the top, you're gonna have to ask that safety to cover a lot of ground. From the middle part of the field all the way over to that pylon. I don't. Who's to say he even gets there? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I will say that like this probably is going to be a huge momentum shift for them, right? Because they had an easier. Well, they were getting their ass kicked kind of in the first quarter. They learned how to like grind back and win the game with Gunner Stockton, who finally put up a game against a decent team. But for us, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, yo, we could have done so many things better. It's like 5 plays, honestly. Like even 3 plays. 3 plays go different, or no false start, or any of those situations. Move the ball a little bit more efficiently in the second half, and you're there. I think we can win versus most of these top 5 teams now. I'm pretty convinced of it. We can also lose, but I know it'll be a close game after watching this Georgia.
Is
performance.
there a game on Tennessee's schedule that you feel like we can't win now?
I don't want to say it, but like other than
Florida
the
in
F
the
word,
swamp.
the F word in the swamp, dude. I think we're gonna have a trouble with Oklahoma. I'll be honest with you guys. Oklahoma is possible. We don't know which Bama we'll get. Probably we can beat Bama. I'll be honest with you guys. We can probably beat Bama, but Oklahoma, Auburn. I'm sorry, not Auburn. Arkansas, Florida. Those are my red alert games.
We don't lose to
Anything can happen.
anybody. We don't lose at home to anybody but Georgia.
Are those
The only
So it's
team that has beat Tennessee at home since Josh Heupel's been head coach is Georgia and Pitt. That's it.
Ole Miss.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Ole Miss. But since
But since
2022,
2022, yeah,
he's only lost to Georgia.
right.
okay? Fair, but I think Oklahoma is good. I
We'll
don't think there's
see.
any.
We'll see.
We'll see, Josh. But I do think that they don't have like outstanding offense, but their defense is sick. QB is sick.
Who've they
Like,
played though? Who's Oklahoma played that is offensively on the level of a Georgia or a Tennessee?
not really their fault yet, but they smacked Michigan.
I'm
by
not
10.
saying
Right?
it's anybody's fault. I'm just saying
I,
maybe use a little bit of prudence before we start crowning
okay.
motherfuckers.
All
Okay?
right, Josh, here's your prudence. Oklahoma is going to beat Texas by 10 plus points. There you go. Right here.
There you go.
Heard it here
Okay.
first. Then we'll see. We'll start talking about Oklahoma again.
All right. Boomer sooner, huh?
Andy, your thoughts on the game?
Well, you two already covered a lot of it. It comes down to the margins. Like Roger Federer once said, best of the best tennis players only win like 51% of their total points. But what it comes down to are those, crucial break points, match points, set points, right? Same thing here, like Naveen
Tennis reference
already mentioned.
Works it in.
Yeah. As Naveen mentioned, it comes down to the margins, and teams like Georgia, we can't afford those. A drop here and there, a drop here and there, a couple of interceptable balls that went right through our defenders, a couple of PI calls. I will say first one I was really upset about. The rest of them I think was correct PI calls. I think the first one was very soft, barely any hands. But then again, like it doesn't come down to that just one play, right? Because we continue to get burned on the receiver due to injuries, whatever. But that happens. Like we have to figure out how to sort of come together as a team and play. And we almost did it. I am a little bit more optimistic after this game because I think it's good to play quality opponents early in the season, just so that like we see what we actually have.
Where you got to be.
Right. Also, like that's a good experience. Like making sure that especially a lot of the the freshman sophomore players now they experience what it's like to let off the gas. I felt personally, coaching. I mean, there's some questionable calls, but generally was fine. Usually halftime going at it after halftime speech has been one of I feel like the weaker sort of moment for Tennessee coach compared to like remember when Tennessee lost to Alabama in Tuscaloosa after winning with Joe Milton. So like it kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. Like compared to like we all know like Kirby is really mastermind at adjusting and everything. So I feel good. They always say it's hard to beat the same team twice, right? I hope it works out and we get a chance to play them again. But again, there's a lot of season left. We're basically at the end of first quarter. We got a quality loss on our schedule already. All of the rankings right now doesn't really look that good, but we all know the CFP committee ranking time, they value those things, like how tough you played, good opponents and such. All we got to do is just get to 10-2, even 9-3. We still have a chance as long as like the losses aren't crazy. But 10-2, 11-1 is obviously ideal. I feel like it should have been a learning opportunity for a lot of the freshman corners and such. Hopefully we walk out of it. And I really want the team to, even against Cupcake, like come out this week and just kind of like show that fire. Like, like it's like a punch, going to the gym and just, hitting the punching bag after losing like a boxing match, just let it out and refocus.
All right, I want to go through some of the bigger games that we saw in week 3. We saw Georgia Tech beat Clemson. Josh, your thoughts on that?
Man, seats getting hot for Dabo. And then he had his meltdown presser, yesterday, which, like, I don't know how a guy like Dabo in his position that he's in could be so self-unaware. Just kind of read the room, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he reads off all of his stats. It's like, well, if they don't want to win around here, then yeah, they'll get rid of me. It's like, dude, what have you won lately? It's in the business that he's in, it's very much so, what have you done for me lately? And truthfully, what has he done since Trevor Lawrence left? I'd say nothing. And I don't think even, the the opponents that he's played have been juggernauts. I'm really still not very impressed with LSU. I think they're gonna kind of go off a cliff here pretty soon once they get into the meat of their SEC schedule. They got handed a cupcake with Florida, and Brian Kelly also melting down. You had a lot of coaches melting down this week. But I would say hats off to Georgia Tech. We talk about gaps, you know, shrinking, I would say, in the ACC. Georgia Tech, they're leveraging some of that NIL opportunity. And they've got a lot of guys in there that can play. I mean, their quarterback Haynes King. I mean, he was uh, at Texas A&M 3 years ago. That's their starter. So I would say, when you look at it holistically, NIL's changing the landscape for everybody, and the margin of differences in the rosters. Mind you, they're probably one deep. That's just kind of the nature it is. I mean, and you can see that's evident with what we just talked about with Tennessee, with the lack of experience. After you get after the first, team guys, the lack of depth is kind of astounding in some ways. But Georgia Tech, they played really well. Their defense, man, I don't know if it was that they have a really good defensive scheme or Clemson's just that bad offensively, but I think it might have been a little bit of both. But I watched that whole game, and I was really impressed. I think Georgia Tech and Miami's probably the class of the ACC this year.
Yeah. I also really like Florida State in the ACC.
Yeah, I think Florida State might be a little fool's gold. I think once they get deeper into the conference play, I think they'll be humbled a little bit. But more to
We'll see.
follow. We'll see. I know they played really well against Alabama, obviously, and
Yeah. One thing we unfortunately don't have is a ranked win, right? So until it shakes out.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Andy, what about LSU Florida? I think on the podcast last week we were all saying like, yo, if you're the coach of Florida, this is the game you got to win. This is the game you got to win. But tell us what
I'm
happened.
surprised he still has a job.
Yeah, Billy Napier's done, man.
And yeah, I feel like he needed to like really show that he can sort of figure out what to do with like by like seeing what's happening in the game, like in-game adjustments, right? Like you see your quarterback is just intimidated, throwing picks after picks after, like he doesn't have the balls to bring out yeah. Like I understand you don't have a Tua sitting on your bench, but would anybody be really worse than what DJ Lagway did? And again, like we talk shit now, and he'll probably turn into Tim Tebow when we play them
We
in the
always turn
swamp,
him into a Heisman Trophy
right?
candidate when we
But
play him. But
it just felt like it was more of a Florida sort of not making adjustments, more so than like LSU beating down the brakes. Again, like they covered the spread, but on the back of the pick six, right? And 20-10, it's not like LSU offense is some juggernaut that everybody thought that it was gonna be, like with the Nursmeyer Heisman hype going into the season. Like I'm kind of with Josh. I don't think LSU is that big of a
they can't run the football. They
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
like
can't.
dude, we haven't seen the offense, right? Like we
Yeah.
can technically say we've seen some of the defense, right? But
LSU
where
can't
is
run
the
the
Heisman?
football, and they
Right.
know it.
Where
They know it
yeah,
too.
dude,
That's why
they
Brian
can't
Kelly
run.
melted down.
They can't run. And what has Garrett Nussmeier done to prove to you that he's Heisman and
Nothing.
he's still at the top?
Nothing.
Yeah, so that one was good. Notre Dame A&M. I watched this game because I watched this game because I'm going to Texas A&M to the game there, Kyle Field, in a couple weeks. So I wanted to see. All right, let me start betting on Texas A&M. Right. So in the beginning, I thought it was kind of fucked there. I'll be honest with you. We were down pretty badly there. Then Marcel Reed, man, he's pretty good. I will say that he
Nashville
looks
kid.
like
Nashville, Tennessee.
he looks like someone that wants to compete for Heisman, wants to make the college playoff. He definitely looks like that, plays like it. Notre Dame kind of had the opportunity to go up with a couple minutes left, and then A&M answered back with a touchdown to seal the game. That was a sick game to watch. 41-40, kind of like the Ravens Bills score. Really good stuff. And lastly, unfortunately, Chase is not here, but what
The
happened in
Vandy
fucking
Boys.
South Carolina, guys? The Vandy Boys.
They got Diego Pavia. It's like Pavia mania was running wild out there, dude. Heisman got absolutely smoked, and never the same after he went into concussion protocol. It was lights out for the Gamecocks. I'll tell you, it was bad.
That was bad, and
31-7, big dog.
Yeah, like nothing from South Carolina. So I don't know. Is he still out? Do we know, or is he going to be playing next week? Or
what does it, dude? What does it matter? What does it matter at this point? You get beat. You get ran 31-7 by Vanderbilt. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it really doesn't.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we wanted to change things up a little bit for one of our segments coming up here. We noticed that the AP poll is shit. Andy sent out the Josh Pate poll. That was shit too. So we're gonna make our own.
We love Pate. We still love Pate State though. But come on, man, you got to do better, Josh.
Yeah, so we're gonna make our own list here. So I'm gonna start with number 20. We're going 20-1. And I'm gonna go with let's see here. Let's give them their shot here. The Vandy Boys. Does that show up on the
Vanderbilt?
Screen? Yeah. 1 second. Let me try
Get rid of
adjust the font. Yeah. Trained professionals here, guys.
Is it that you can't see anything or what? In number 20? Can't see it?
I don't think I see anything in 20. No.
Okay. All right. Of course, this worked perfectly fine during the
It always does.
share. Okay, now do you see it? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with Vanderbilt here. Just make it a little bigger for the audience. Josh, you want to go number 19?
Number 19, I have to give Notre Dame. Owen, my favorite Owen whatever team right now, 0-3, 0-2. We're gonna keep them up there. Number 19, Notre Dame.
Josh, you sure you don't work for the you sure you don't work for the Associated
AP?
Press?
Yeah.
I think he works for NBC, who
What?
has the exclusive broadcasting rights for Notre Dame games.
They're gonna shake back. This is for my boy Brian Kaltenecker. Hey, shout out Brian. The Irish are gonna shake back, dude. It's okay.
All right, Andy, 18.
18. I'm gonna go Auburn.
Okay.
Oh, Hugh Freeze, baby.
All right, back to me.
You can edit it while in like a slideshow mode.
No, you can't.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Texas Tech. You guys can go ahead with your next one.
Texas Tech. Is that who you got?
Yep.
Man. I'll go Alabama. Roll damn Tide.
Okay. Wow, you heard it here first. Josh saying roll tide. Andy?
I'll go Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Okay. Honestly, Tennessee.
That was easy, Naveen.
Had to do it.
Where you got him at? 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one spot better than the AP's got him.
Are we doing a resume ranking or power rankings? Because I think resume rankings, it's like kind of fair. Not, winning, but power rankings, I would have a much higher than.
Yeah, Tennessee power rankings definitely in the top 10.
I mean, we're just doing straight up ranking. You audience can decide what this means.
Okay.
So Tennessee, Josh, go ahead. 13.
13. Give me Ole Miss.
Okay. All right. Andy?
12. I guess Iowa State, the only 4-0 team.
Big 12. Got to represent.
Okay. Since I have the power here, I'm not letting Texas be in the top 10. So
You set them at 11, huh?
Yeah. They're not good. I call Arch endearingly John Stockton because he has one fire bounce pass per game, where he underthrows the receiver and the receiver catches it. So it looks like a completion, but it's not. So that's why. I mean, they played one game versus Ohio State. Obviously, they lost only by 7, but since then they've been playing shit teams. Andy personally witnessed that 2-3 weeks ago now. They can't even get close to covering the spread versus any of these shit.
He got booed at home because he was struggling so much. I mean, it's just incredible that his receivers. There's like this video that I think ESPN CFB account posted where receivers are just open and just sending him the hand signal, and then he overthrows them by or it throws them at their feet. It's just crazy. I don't know what he's done all summer.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably been listening to the people like Paul Feinbaum say he's the best thing since his uncle.
Maybe you guys notice like Peyton and Eli, have that big forehead. Arch kind of doesn't. I wonder if he just got the athletic side from from his dad, who was like a receiver, and because he's fast, right? Like he has some rushing touchdowns and stuff, but he just, in terms of the quarterback ability, I think it comes with the forehead size, and he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He can't read the defense. He can't even see his wide open receivers, and he doesn't know how to game manage.
That might be it. Or he just plays for a drunk and is not a very good coach. That could be it too. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Josh, top 10?
Josh,
Texas A&M, are they on the board already?
They're not.
No.
Okay. Texas A&M.
It's a good pick. I was waiting for that. Andy, go ahead with 9.
Utah. I don't know if they're top 10 team, but I also feel like they're too good to be left out of the top 20 entirely. So
okay, Utah, and then all right, my turn now.
Oh, come on, Naveen. You want to put a Big Ten team up there.
I do. I really do. But which one?
Illinois. Wow.
Penn State. Putting them here until their Oregon game. Until they show me something versus a real team. Like they like James Franklin, he's such a pussy. Like he played Villanova last week, like not in basketball, in football. Like these are the teams he plays. Like he's fucking scared as shit, man. So until he plays someone more significant, he's gonna be there. Josh, number 7.
Number 7, go ahead and give me Florida State.
Okay. I think that's right, Josh, because we just don't know. Like obviously,
I don't think they're top 5. I think they're fringe, but they're definitely a top 10 team based off of body of work so far. But again, I think they're pretty unproven until they get into conference play.
All right, and
so now that 6 leaves me with an interesting choice, because I don't think this team is better than FSU or Penn State or Utah or A&M or Texas. But now we have only a handful of teams left. So I guess we'll put Illinois here. Again, I don't think they're top 10 worthy, but just because of the selection, remaining, there's only like 5 teams left.
Andy, we're going to be in a very interesting spot because you're going to have to leave somebody out now.
Who did you pick, Andy?
Illinois.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, I thought.
I don't think it's worth like a 6, but it's also like I think they're just below like Georgia
Yeah,
Tech-ish.
they're
We just forgot.
they're 21.
Right, but if I don't pick them here now, we might have a empty top
but
five.
Andy, so because of what you just did, we're not gonna have one of the AP top 6 in there. So one of Oregon, Georgia, Miami, LSU, and Ohio State.
I thought because you picked Penn State.
Oh no! Wait. Okay, sorry, I miscalculated.
Yeah, you try to blame this on me. Like you're the one who put Penn State down there.
Okay.
Because
All right, Andy.
I'll give you a chance to flip them. I'll give you a chance to flip them now.
Andy. I now know what I can do to, I guess,
Rage bait.
solidify. Oklahoma. It's now in there. They're going to be up there.
Who's 4?
Yeah, now we're going to leave someone out.
LSU.
Okay.
I think I would have been comfortable just leaving them out entirely, actually.
LSU. All right, Andy.
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami.
All right, Morgan.
Keith Whitley, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Oregon.
Doing this live, 3 of us, is kind of tough because we don't get to, read and make sure no one's left out or whatever.
No, but that's the fun part, right, Andy? Like,
yeah, that is the fun part.
But now we got to pick between Georgia and Ohio State.
Georgia.
I thought
it's Georgia, man.
So
it's Georgia.
I mean, resume-wise, right? Because Ohio State's best win in Texas is slipping. So
now we have Texas number 11, who fucking
lost to Ohio State.
This Andy, I'm gonna say this is where it all fucking went crazy, in my opinion. But also this Utah, who knows? But I did put Vandy.
Yeah, you started us with the Vandy at 20, so
I just wanted to get some trolling in there. So
yeah.
Anyway, we can make this nice graphic. But honestly, if you want to say Georgia's number 1, if you want to say Ohio State's number 1, in all reality, it's probably pretty similar. It's not that big of a difference. Even Oregon.
Hey, now that we know Texas is a fraud, maybe Ohio State is a fraud. We never know.
Yeah, we never know.
I'd like to go play their ass again.
Yeah, I mean,
with this offense, definitely. I'd love to go play them again.
Yeah, so definitely interesting. We left out the number 1 team.
This just looks like a salty podcast.
I guess that's why these rankings are. Dude, we shit on these rankings, and then we left out Ohio State.
No, but that's different because, like, when you're putting something together for like a Twitter or whatever, you're sitting there going from the top, like not the other way up, and it depends on.
Yeah,
what
we also did this in about 10 minutes and not, any planning beforehand. So that's how you leave out Ohio State. That's how you really fuck the AP poll. The PA poll.
That's right.
All right, let's move on to previewing UAB. Josh, I'm gonna let you just roll with this, and I'll be right back. UAB, what do we got to know? What do we got to see, etc.?
I think you just stay injury free, man. Like there's not a lot that you. Again, it's like playing ETSU. Um, there's not a lot that you get out of this game. Just get everybody out healthy. Um, take out some frustration from the game on Saturday, this past Saturday, and move on to that's going to be our last non-conference opponent for the season, and
Mhm.
just kind of you know take care of business and get ready to go to Starkville, man. There's not a lot of things to really say about UAB. They're an overmatched team, obviously. When they're going up against Tennessee, uh, they're coming in. It's one of those games. They're coming to collect a check. It's UAB. Go do the go do the job against UAB, and just move on to Mississippi State.
Yeah, totally right. Anything you want to see specifically, like any player bounce back, anything like that? Maybe
I mean, as far as
kicking
bounce
game.
back, yeah, I mean, I think even with Max, in the kicking game, I think special teams we did really well outside of the one missed field goal. I mean, he came back in and he corrected that miss immediately in overtime. Just we couldn't stop Nosebleed defensively when Mike Bobo schemed up those run plays. I mean, the no holding calls, probably assisted in some ways. Um, but I'm not gonna blame the refs. We shouldn't have been in that position, but
I have
some bounce back performances. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, other than just trying to shake the gut punch, kind of the hangover from a very emotionally draining loss like that. I mean, but when you look at it holistically, I think overall, Tennessee played really well against Georgia. So as far as bounce back, I mean, you look at our receivers, you look at our running backs, you look at our quarterback play, defense. It is what it is. We're kind of shorthanded with injuries, but I think overall played pretty well. Um, maybe get some young guys in there, get some experience. But outside of that, I think Tennessee is in a good spot.
I have one player that I want to see like get the jitters out and do better. That is Blue Carter. Like the punt return, which is like one area that you didn't mention. Like special teams in terms of kicking, we did fine. Punt return. I mean, we didn't lose the ball, but just
He
like
had he had a hard time corralling a couple times. There was one
right.
time I thought, "Oh shit, he's gonna muff the punt. We're gonna turn it
Mhm.
over in our territory, get backed
Yeah,
up real bad." So yeah,
especially
that's a good catch, Andy. I'd
yeah,
forgotten about his problems there, fielding punts and
especially
kickoffs.
after he had you know a summer filled with like the
Drama.
reports coming out. Yeah, like I didn't like that it was him that even though it didn't result in a lost fumble. I thought, okay, if you're gonna pull that shit out with NIL and act like you're not part of the team, missing practice, being late and shit like that. Like I like the cocky players in general in sports. I like to see the fuckboys do well, but if you're gonna do that, you gotta back it up, right? You
Yeah,
can't talk all the
100%.
shit, act like you're some big shot, and then just one play that you're in the game for, you fuck it up. So let's step it up. All
All
right,
right.
so we'll move on to previewing some of the marquee games of the week. I'll start out by college game day pick. Miami versus Florida.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be straight belt to ass.
Yeah.
Florida is about to get absolutely blitzkrieged by Miami. It won't even be close, and we might have a coaching search. I love those. So Billy Napier might be gone. This time next week.
I noticed Miami like plays the other Florida teams really well. Even last year, I think this game was the first game of the year.
Yeah,
Last year,
yeah,
and it was
yeah,
it was a close spread also, and Cam Ward just whipped it out. Was
yeah.
not close. I think we're going to see some Carson Beck touchdown celebrations all night long.
It's only 7.5. Interesting spread.
Yeah, that was what it was versus LSU, and LSU still covered. So
Right. So why are they doing 7.5? Is I
would
can't figure that
say
out.
I would say bet every last red cent on
I
Miami
don't know.
covering
I
that.
think this one is there's just one that I know it's square, but I think it's a lock. It's
Mhm.
like
I
betting,
agree. Like I just
like-
can't figure out
like
why
betting
it's
Lock
Seven
it
and a
7.5.
in, bro.
I think it should be
Just
like
like,
16 and a half.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is that why it's 7.5, but I don't really
Well, there we
particularly
go.
care.
The first Lucky Top lock of the week is Miami to cover.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's easy money.
Next one I want to do is Texas Tech Utah. One thing I know from my Pac-12 days is you don't want to play at Utah at nighttime, but this is at noon. So for that reason, Texas Tech plus 3.5. Texas Tech scores a lot. Utah scores a lot. Maybe consider over there, but I think it's going to be a close game. 7 points either way. I could see Texas Tech winning the ball game too. Andy, let me get your thoughts on Auburn, Oklahoma. Auburn is a 6.5 point dog at Oklahoma, 3:30 game.
Another spread that doesn't make sense to me. Oklahoma's defense very solid. QB play right now is off the charts. He looks like a Heisman contender. Give me Oklahoma.
Okay. Josh, how about Michigan versus Nebraska? Michigan minus 1.5 at Nebraska, 3:30 game also.
I'd say Michigan covers 1.5.
Okay. That's where I would disagree.
I just don't like Nebraska, man.
Top
You know, they
35-ish. So I think they're in the others receiving votes section. So top 35 versus like a top 21, 22 team, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think just like under 3 road dogs this week. So I'm gonna go with home dogs. So I'm gonna go with Nebraska and
To
the
win?
dog. Yeah, ML. Not gonna.
I might have to try the when in doubt method here with Vegas lines and just take the plus, but not the ML. It's the plus. I mean 1.5. That just sounds like like you might want to just take the plus odds on the money line, but why is it 1.5? So I'm gonna take the 1.5.
I agree with Andy.
Okay. All right, and then the last one is Illinois, Indiana, number 9 versus number 19. I'll be honest with you guys, have not watched a single down of either of these teams because I watch either SEC
Real
or
football.
Big Ten or real shit. So I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I think it is Indiana minus 5.5 at home. Noticing they're the number 19 team and Illinois is getting the points 5.5 here. So I feel like that's a huge sign to slam Indiana. But probably won't bet this game. But if I do, it would only be on Indiana because of the spread. All right. So we've covered our NCAA for the show. We're going to do a couple of NFL points and then give some of our best bets out. So week 2 in NFL, what did we really see? We started off
Eagles
with
are
Packers
the
beating
best
Commanders.
team.
Eagles are a good team. Rams kind of crushed the Titans, but
Man,
seems
we
like
ain't gotta
everybody
talk
does
about the
that.
Rams, bro. Bro, come on.
Seahawks
Cheap shot,
beat
Naveen. That's a cheap shot.
the Steelers. I'm going to talk about Vikings losing too. Don't worry about it. Lions destroying Bears. Cowboys Giants was lit. I was watching that. It's finally
Vintage
seemed
Russell
like
Wilson.
yeah, dude. That's the reason he gets hired every year is like he has one game like that. You know, he has like a 400-yard game, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, Seahawks Russ is back. Let's hire him for $40 million a year."
And
For
then
one
the Denver Russ shows up the next game.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Yeah, bunch of stinkers, and then Eagles beat the Chiefs 20-17.
Good game. Travis Kelce sucks. It's great. Chiefs are 0-2.
Dude, engaged Travis is 0-2.
Yeah. And he can't
I don't know.
catch.
Too much pressure. Yeah, that was a good game. Colts Broncos also was a banger. Danny Dimes.
Yeah. Danny Dimes,
Daniel
what a
Jones.
career resurgence.
Guys, I think we need to change his nickname. He's Danny Dollars now. It's not Dimes.
Yeah.
Danny Dollars.
No,
Inflation.
he's cashing. He's cashing checks, Andy.
Yeah.
The broadcast, they were calling him Indiana Jones, which I like.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Did you see Chick Ursay, the daughter down there on the sideline? She's trying to channel her Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Owner on the sideline taking notes, she strikes me as a go sports kind of girl. Doesn't really
I thought you were gonna
understand
go
football.
completely different way because I didn't catch the the daughter. I saw some highlights on Red Zone. I thought you were gonna say she's gonna channel her father and go crazy like snorting coke.
No, yeah, I don't think she's going on a coke bender or anything like that, and wind up getting in some trouble.
Completely different path.
I'm not here to speak ill will of Mr.
man.
Ursay,
Yeah.
So
cool guy. Like, say
Cool
what
guy,
you want.
yeah.
Definitely interesting life.
guy had some demons. He worked through it, or maybe he didn't. I don't know how you want to look at that, but yeah, daughter was down there taking notes on a. She had a pen and a pad. Trying to get in the lab. She's trying to get the damn label off. You know what I mean?
I
Like
see.
Dre.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
that
Colts
was good.
2-0. 2-0.
Yeah, beat the Broncos too. Tough team to beat.
The field goals, man.
Falcons destroyed my Vikings. Falcons. Vikings. JJ McCarthy so far has played one great quarter and 7 terrible ones. So just looking for 3 of them in one game. That's what I'm hoping for. Just give me 3 quarters.
Do you want Kirk back?
Kirk
Like,
Bangs?
Let's say he didn't get the Achilles. Easy. Like, yes, for sure. We have Carson Wentz right now. So JJ.
That's why you're losing.
I think JJ McCarthy's out for a couple weeks. So it's going to be Carson Wentz.
Hey, you can say what you want about the Titans, man. My boy Cam Ward looking good.
Yeah, he's looking good. He is looking good, but
yeah, the rest of the team, we're on the struggle bus. But that was a pretty sick touchdown throw he had thrown against his body.
Yeah, that's like, it's funny. Like, I watched an interview of him before, and he was saying like, "Yeah, dude, I gotta cut out those like cross the body throws. Like, those are my favorite." But every coach hates it.
Lit one up.
Yeah, he lit it up. So it worked out. So we're not going to shit on him. All right. So Buccaneers, they beat the Texans Monday night. Kind of classic signature Baker Mayfield drive. Really good game. And it kind of like exploded in the second half. So that's always nice.
Did you notice in that game, it really took Baker just getting smashed before it like flipped the switch for him? And then he just came out there and just went full blown Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma 2015 against Tennessee.
Yeah, and one thing I notice for the prop bettors out there is Ekbuka gets a touchdown every game. So it's like he's the new. I mean, not to say he's the new Mike Evans, but he's the supplement to Mike Evans, and they seem to like scheme for him in the red zone. So I've been noticing that, been betting that. So probably bet that every week. All right, so we got like kind of an average slate, but I wanted to kind of showcase 3 games and get a pick from each of us on this. Ravens Lions is the Monday night, I think. I want to say Lions here. Ravens, they can't really close out games. Yeah, they can beat the Browns, but like everybody can.
Everybody beats the Browns. It's like the Titans and the Vikings.
So I think Lions, they played very poorly versus Packers, and then they got their tune-up game versus the Bears and put a 50 burger on. So I think like if you can score 35 points, you're gonna cover the spread. So like it's gonna be a shootout. You might lose by 4, lose by 3, win, but I think your 4.5 is probably safe with Lions. Andy, give me your Rams at Eagles pick plus 3.5 for the Rams.
To be honest with you, I like all of the dogs listed here, so I'm gonna go Rams.
Yeah, Andy, that's exactly why I put it that way, because I'm probably gonna bet all these 3. So,
oh no, Tush
Josh,
Push is undefeated, buddy. I like the Lions plus 4.5. I like
Eagles,
Broncos or Eagles. Eagles.
You seem like an Eagles.
Yeah. I think I'm converting slowly. I mean, most of the Eagles players were former Titans, so yeah.
It's a direct funnel of Georgia, Bama, Titans. Like you came from either of those teams. I watched like a Howie Roseman interview. He's like, yeah, dude, I just find these guys like nobody's picking these national champion Georgia defenders, so I'm gonna take all of them. And it's just like it works, you know, like they know how to play with each other. They already have like key players on the O line and stuff like that, and that just seem like
the chemistry,
dude. It seems like he's the only one in the NFL that understands the cap. Like he's able to sign every single one of these players, however many of he wants, no issue. And then everybody else kind of struggles with it. So I respect them for that. And also Saquon is just like amazing to watch. Jalen Hurts, I still don't think he can throw the ball, but he's a fucking winner. So I will say that Eagles gave my respect for that. Yeah, and Broncos Chargers, no idea. So when I have no idea, I go dog. So
there you go.
That's how it is. I'll start off with my best bets, guys. Kind of a lighter card for this week. I know next week we'll have a heavy card, and I'll be traveling for it. So, Miami minus 7.5 in NCAAF. UNLV minus 2.5. Nebraska plus 1.5. Florida State minus 44.5. West Virginia plus 13.5. Cal minus 12.5. So those are my NCAAFs. Obviously Miami's going to demolish Florida. UNLV, they're playing scrubs. Michigan, I think, is a fake team. So give me Nebraska. Florida State, scrubs again. So give me every number that they have. Like they had a 40-point spread before, like 2 weeks ago, and they put up 70. That's the teams you like to back with the big numbers. West Virginia, I just watched them play. Who did they play? A team that they always play. Oh man, I think Pitt. Yeah, and they won the game when they were 6.5-point dogs. So give me plus 13.5. Cal minus 12.5, just because they're QB. If you haven't watched a Cal game, or if you haven't watched a Baylor game, watch those 2 quarterbacks, Sawyer Robinson, and I don't know how to pronounce the Cal quarterback's name, but he's sick. All right, Rams. NFL, I got 4 picks. Rams plus 3.5. Lions plus 4.5. Broncos plus 2.5. Packers minus 7.5. Packers minus 7.5 is the same thing as betting Miami. So if you believe that you're a square and you can win, bet both those sides. All right, Andy, what you got?
So I like the Giants to cover versus the Chiefs. Sunday night. It always seems like they, at least in my memory, Chiefs haven't been able to cover playing against the Giants for whatever reason. And not that I'm buying into Russell Wilson or anything. I just think, it's like one of those things that looks very square, 6.5. I would probably take the plus 6.5 there. And then the ones you had up on the screen, one of which was the Denver versus LA. I think the Denver plus 2.5 is probably looking good, especially after Chargers are just kind of like rolling. It seems too easy, and for me at least with NFL, whenever something looks too easy, I just go opposite because I've burned a lot of my burned through my wallet picking square picks in the NFL, and I started doing the opposite, and it's usually like working out pretty fine. So give me that. I like the Browns and Browns to cover just because they're a terrible team, but it seems like they're always like there in terms of like, well, playing against the Ravens a little bit different, but I just feel like the 8.5. Again, like why is it not like minus 10, minus like 10.5, like a weird hook there with the 8.5. So I'm gonna take that. That's just like picking against the intuition, and then
it's 8.5 now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 8.5.
Wow, I saw it at 11.5 like yesterday.
Oh wow, yeah. See, that's where I would expect it to be. So
okay, that makes complete sense, Andy. All right, Josh, close us out, baby.
Man, I'll tell you, I don't have a whole lot. I try to stay away from the earlier season games. It's not been too kind to me this year. Um, I dipped my toe in this weekend. Didn't work out a lot of my picks, but I'll say for me, I really just the one guarantee, blood bank guarantee is the Miami and Florida 7.5. Lock that in. That'll make you feel good about yourself this weekend for sure. I know again we talked about it being a square bet, but that's one you can't miss. I mean that thing's
Squares are
coming
allowed
in.
to win, guys.
Yeah, that's coming in like a
Um,
watermelon, and I would just say choke up on the bat and just swing away. Just swing away, man.
all right. Okay, so we covered all the football that we could. Recap last week, previewed the next week. One thing I want to do as a PSA for bettors out there is make sure you use all your bonuses and boosts. Let's say I'm going to bet $500 on a game, but FanDuel is giving me 5 separate $100 boosts. You bet your ass I'm going to do the 5 separate ones. You can't be lazy. You can't leave this expected value on the table. Oftentimes, I watch this guy who does negative correlation bets, like prop bets. Pretty cool stuff. So he had Quentin Johnson, the Chargers guy, Chargers wide receiver. So he was doing touchdown scorer, but under receptions, and that gives you a boost. So you got to think about things like that. Not necessarily, but like if you want to be cute, you can do shit like that.
Maximize your dollar.
Yeah, maximize your dollar and know that they're going to give it to you, right? I do Fanatics a lot. They give you the $100 no sweat bet almost every Sunday. Use it. Like, why not use it? So
because that thing hits.
Just keep the balance up, right, in the account.
Yeah.
Don't be lazy. Don't skip out on stupid shit because you're lazy. So that's my PSA. Go Vols! Obviously, tough loss to Georgia, but we're gonna be
we're sitting good, man. We're sitting good, man. Before we go, Naveen and Andy.
Yeah.
Is Tennessee making the college football playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. Now that I've seen the Georgia game for sure. Andy, hold up the book again. Just I think I've bought like 6 copies of this book for all my friends that watch tennis. Josh, if you want one, let me know.
All right.
I got you. And it's called Changeover by my friend Gary Nathan. He was on our first episode of tennis. He came on and talked
Slice
with
is
us.
right, baby.
The Slice is right. So a little piece of history. First published author in the fucking podcast.
Locky Top Library. That's right.
Locky Top alum, Gary Nathan. Go read his book, Changeover. It's on Amazon. Very worth it. And again, yeah. Thank you.
That
guys.
name is triggering the PTSD from Georgia game.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
Slice is right. Anyways.
All right. Take care, guys. Go Vols.
GBO, man. We'll see y'all next week.